Good evening, guys. This is Jyoti, your host for the evening. Are you all excited to dive into the world of NFT? You all must have questions emerging in your head by now. What exactly is NFT? An art form or a platform? Well, worry not, for we have brought to you an illuminating session about NFT to make you familiar with what exactly it is, how it works, what do you do over here, and every other question that you might have in your mind right now. So, without any further ado, I would like you to introduce our speaker for the evening, Mr. Shaarif Nazir sir, who is currently positioned as a moderator at NFT Malayali, and he has experience of over 2 years as NFT artist. Sir, I welcome you to this session, and we are very eager and curious to know about NFT. The stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you, Jyoti, for inviting me, and thank you, Satyam, for contacting me through LinkedIn for speaking at your event. This is actually my first speaking event, so forgive me if I make any mistakes. I'll try not to, and I'll try my best to share whatever knowledge I've gathered in the past few months with you guys about NFTs. So I guess we can get right into it. So what is an NFT? Jyoti did ask you guys to share whatever you know about NFTs, and I understood that you guys are aware about NFTs. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. That is the full form of an NFT, and it's basically a digital asset that can be created or sold. So if you sell it, someone can also buy it. So it's a way to prove the ownership of a digital asset. Until the evolution of blockchain technology and NFTs, you weren't able to prove that you own this particular image or this particular asset online. So in real life, you can say, yeah, this is my phone. I have the bill for it. So you can prove the ownership of that asset by showing your transactions by which you try to own that phone. So but in the online world, there is no proof of transactions yet until when we get into blockchain technology. So what is a blockchain? Blockchain is like a record book of all transactions that are publicly visible to anyone. So when we do a transaction between a seller, like when you go to a shop and buy something, you might have seen him enter into the register the whatever you bought and how much amount you gave it to him. So that register is the record of what kind of a transaction went over there. So in the same principle, this ledger is a public ledger stored decentralizedly. Like there's no specific server that holds this ledger. This is stored with everyone who has an access to that public ledger. So it's basically a decentralized way of showing an ownership of such kind of an asset in the online world. That's what an NFT is being, is providing us with. It's basically a tool. So you might be asking, what is blockchain has to have to do with selling an artwork as an NFT. So you might have heard about Bitcoins or Ethereum. These are all different blockchains. All right. Bitcoin is one of the first blockchains that was established, but basically it's more of a monetary blockchain where you can trade and use it as a asset, as an asset, more like a currency. But NFTs are not possible there much more freely, because there is no such kind of frameworks that can be set up which can prove that asset's ownership to you. So mostly the NFTs exist in Ethereum blockchain networks, and the newer blockchain networks that are being built nowadays are also are also building frameworks for NFTs as well. But mostly, like, and Ethereum is the first ones who they're the ones who started these NFTs because they have the ability to negotiate smart contracts. So what makes your NFT unique is that there is a specific contract that you register with the ledger. The ledger I talked about earlier. It's a public ledger where you enter such and such contract saying that this image is mine, and you submit it to the ledger. So people who you might have heard about cryptocurrency miners, they use different kinds of GPUs to mine cryptocurrency and such. So what they do is, they take this contract and they enter it into the ledger and close the ledger using the public key. So there is a transaction going there. So you might have to, not might have to, you have to pay these kind of miners. There will be a mining fee for that. So I'll get to that in more detail soon. So what makes a NFT unique is that the contract will have a unique ID. So that unique ID will be, there will be only one in the whole world, in the NFT, in the blockchain. That NFT is single one with that unique ID. So that's what makes a NFT unique, and that's what brings the NFT value. Okay, so you understood how an NFT is being given some kind of a value. So if you have a value for this kind of NFT, how do you negotiate with that value and sell that NFT? You need to go to a marketplace for that. So what is a marketplace? It's basically like an e-commerce site where you can, sell your NFT, display it in front of the potential buyers, and you can buy those NFTs. All right. So let's we'll slowly move into how you can start up with an NFT. All right, first thing you need when you get into the crypto world or NFTs is your wallet. It's a crypto wallet, mostly when you are entering into blockchains. Each blockchain will have a specific wallet that is compatible with that blockchain. So for example, I am taking Ethereum in the whole case, so I'll be using Ethereum and Ethereum based marketplace as an example throughout this conversation. So for Ethereum, the most widely used wallet is MetaMask. MetaMask can be found as a Chrome browser extension or a mobile phone app. So once you download this app or download the Chrome browser extension, you will get a couple of words, like 12 to 15 words. There are some random words like table, chair, apple, something like that. All right. So these words are actually your unique ID words. Like, this is your digital identity. So that is the wallet ID basically. So there is no passwords or email ID setups like that when you set up a Facebook account or Instagram account like that. It just generates a couple of words, and this phrases, it's called seed phrase. So these are the phrases. This is kind of like a key which you have to be sure to store it hard, like offline. Like write it down in a paper and keep it safe. Never store it digitally or like in a Word file or a notepad, because if anyone wants to attack you, like do a cyber attack and get whatever funds you have in your wallet, the attacker will just need your seed phrases and he can actually log it. So if you want to transfer this wallet into another device also, you have to use this seed phrase to transfer. Basically the wallet ID and the wallet is basically the seed phrase. That's just you have to keep in your mind. Then what you need to do is sign up for a crypto exchange platform like WazirX or Binance or Coinbase. So why we need to do that is there is an initial investment when you get into an NFT, or when you want to submit an NFT, when you want to mint an NFT. So basically, you get in and you buy some crypto. So basically, what I use is P2P transfer. You go into a cryptocurrency exchange platform, go into peer-to-peer exchange, and you buy some Ethereum from a seller. Okay, you get that Ethereum, and whenever you are dealing in a cryptocurrency exchange platform, you're dealing with the wallet in that platform only. So it's not publicly available wallet. That's what you created in before. Like MetaMask is your publicly available wallet. So you'll have to transfer this Ethereum from this Binance or any kind of cryptocurrency exchange platform into your own wallet. And whenever, then next step is you'll have to get into some kind of marketplace. For example, Foundation. All right, Foundation is like one of the leading NFT marketplaces on Ethereum blockchain right now. I am also selling my NFTs over there. So whatever the first thing you need to get into Foundation is an invite. So I'm just using this as an example. You don't have to be worried like, I don't have an invite, how do I get into this? There are tons and tons of different marketplaces that you can sell, that I sell as well. There are other people who are successfully selling NFTs in other platforms. So I'm just using Foundation as an example here. So whenever you get into an NFT marketplace, the way you log into it is through your MetaMask wallet. So every dealings you have with your NFTs or in the crypto space will be dealt with your wallet. There will be a wallet address, a kind of 20 to 25 digit and letters. It will be an address. So that's what your ID will be in any kind of crypto platforms. Then the other steps like linking your Twitter and Instagram and everything will be secondary to that. So you can all you set up your profile like that. Then the next thing you'll have to do to set up your NFT is like you'll have to upload the image into an IPFS server. So in Foundation, what you'll do is there will be a create button. Any kind of NFT marketplace, there will be a create button. You just have to click it, and they will like send you to dialog box where you'll have to upload the image. So an image is not stored directly into the blockchain. All right, it cannot be done. So what they do is store the image in the IPFS. It's kind of a cloud server where you save the image, and the image will have a metadata. Metadata in the sense there will be specific kind of signatures in a given image. All right, this image is written into the contract. That's the contract I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the session. That's what makes these NFTs, unique. So this metadata will be entered into one column of the contract. Then your wallet ID. Wallet IDs are unique, right? The wallet address. So that's what, and these things will be entered into the blockchain, and there will be a specific ID for that, and that unique ID is what the collector is collecting. All right, they are not getting any ownership of your image. People might ask, are you selling your copyrights of the image to the buyer? That's not the case. You can there might be people who are willing to part the copyright for that image, but you don't have to necessarily. So you're just selling that, like, just for example, just think that you have your artwork, you're just signing it and saying this is for yourself, keep it for you, and you're just autographing it and giving it to them. They're just buying that autograph, right? That's all. It's practically happening there. Everything else is just technical jabber that you don't have to really understand, but basic knowledge is really necessary so that you will be aware about what's going on, so that you can prevent anything bad from happening. All right, so I'm not getting into details about how you can specifically set up. There are tons of resources in YouTube and all that about buying cryptocurrencies and setting up your wallet and all that. So this is just the basic stuff. So then what you do, since you uploaded the image, is there will be a minting process. A minting process is when this contract is submitted to the ledger, and there will be a fees. So any kind of transaction that is happening in the crypto or crypto space or in the blockchain will have a fees that is called gas fees. So this gas fees will vary from time to time. It depends upon the traffic in the blockchain. All right. So there are specific times that can help you with if you research about it, and there are sites that show the current gas prices, and you can make a studied investigation about that, and select the best time for you to mint your artwork. So once you minted your artwork, then you will have to list it, right? And even listing is also another transaction, so there will be another gas fees for that. Then it will be waiting and marketing yourself. All right. After listing, you can list it like. Let me tell a bit about the listing process. When you are listing, you will have to decide how much value you are giving into it. Like basically the price you are selling it for. All right. So in foundation, how it works is one of one artwork you will have to put it for an auction. So an auction, how it works in foundation is that there will be a reserve price. Like say for example, you put it for 0.5 Ethereum. That's the reserve price. Then you will have to wait until someone places a bid for 0.5. Then what happens is the NFT goes into a 24-hour auction phase. During that auction phase, anybody else who is bidding over that 0.5, they will be the winner of the auction, and they will be they will be the owner of the NFT after 24 hours. In that 24-hour periods, they can do an auction and outbid each other. Different platforms have different options of listing. All right, foundation. I said this as an example. In Opencv, there is buy now price. Like there's a fixed price. There is no auction. There in Opencv there is also an option for auction. So there is. There are unique variations between different blockchain, like different marketplaces as well. Okay, then how do you? So the first, let me give you a summary about till now. So first thing you will have to do is research about marketplaces. If you are getting into an NFT, if you want to submit an NFT, sell an NFT, you will have to research about marketplaces. All right, there are tons and tons of different marketplaces in different blockchains. All right, say you chose foundation, you got an invite from your friend somehow. So that is that is on Ethereum blockchain. So the reason you are researching marketplace first off is to decide which blockchain that exists on, so that you can once you get that info about which marketplace it's on, uh, you can get the wallet according to that. So MetaMask will be for Ethereum. There is Temple wallet for Tezos. Then you get that wallet. Then you go on to crypto trading platform, get some Ethereum. Then you log on to Foundation using your wallet. Then you mint your NFT using the Ethereum you have purchased. Then comes the really hard part where you have to market yourself. I'm not saying hard as in to discourage you at all. You just have to have patience and have to be active in the community. So this next part is going to be a really important part in your journey as an NFT artist. It is being part of the community of NFT artists all around the world. All right. For that, you need to be active on Twitter. The reason because is crypto Twitter is what Twitter is known across the crypto platforms, and crypto traders and all kinds of people who are into crypto or blockchain technology or even NFTs right now are active only on Twitter right now. It doesn't matter how much followers you have on Instagram or Facebook. You will have to start fresh from on Twitter if you don't have a Twitter profile already. All right. Don't worry that you'll have to start from beginning and all that. Once you get into the community, your growth will be really smooth, and people will start helping you, sharing your work, and that's how you reach out to your possible collectors. All right, reaching out to collectors and communicating with your friends and having your friends share your work. That's how usually artists are behaving right now in the NFT space. You shouldn't. There is a certain kind of etiquette where people will sometime share their artworks in uninvited circumstances. Like I'm just saying like, good morning, how are you guys? And if people say comment below that like, so let's check out my artwork, can you buy that? That is really inappropriate. You'll have to wait for the time, and you'll have to wait for the opportunities, and believe me, there are tons and tons of opportunities for that, specifically in Twitter spaces where you can speak to your fellow artists and possible buyers and share your share your process, share your inspirations, share the thought behind your artwork, all that. And that you will have to create a connection between people in order to be successful in this space. All right. So how do you create connections? As I said, you'll have to be active. Just be active and be patient. So what else should I say? All right. So like summarizing as such, I would as like I won't say really successful. I've been in this space for a couple of months, and from what I've learned, if you are starting new as an NFT artist, what I would suggest is be active in the space from the beginning. Before you list your NFT, that is, just start your Twitter profile right now. Post your previous works that you have already posted on Instagram, and basically just say that I am here, I am an artist, I am a fellow artist like you guys. Check out my work and make your presence known in the community. All right. there is easy ways to get into the community, like just put the hashtag NFT community and people will start following you easily. All right, then what you have to do is, after you have made a name for yourself in among the community members, you can say that I'll be releasing my NFT soon. All right, then there will be people who are, you know, intrigued and will be interested in what you're trying to do here, and then you can share the process about how you're working, what you're working on. Just this is just to show that show that you are the person who is actually making the artwork, instead of like stealing someone's artwork and saying this is mine. These all are plus points when it comes to a collector researching you. So these collectors are not just looking at your artwork and liking it and just collecting it. That's not what's happening here. All right, these collectors are mostly looking into the artist, and if he is he or she is legit, if they are, you know, going to stay in the space for a long time, if they have really creative vision for their future, all that the collector will research, and then only he will collect your artwork. So that's why you need to have a strong connection in this community. All right. So once you have established the connections, then you can, you know, list your NFT and say, I have listed my NFT. People go check it out, and people will start sharing, and it will reach someone who will connect to it, and they will buy it. So the reason I'm saying you to go this way is like, when I started out, I listed my NFT in the beginning, like right before I got into the community. I listed my NFT, and I'm going around showing the NFT, like, see, this is my NFT. Would you like to buy it? So it's basically being like a salesman. It's kind of degrading, and it will kind of destroy your hope, and it will kind of make you desperate when people are not noticing like that. So instead of doing that, when you have a name for yourself in the community, and then you list your NFT, it will be much more helpful for you. So these are these are the things I wanted to share with you guys, actually. So I've went on for like half an hour. I hope you guys understood some kind of things, and I guess we can open up for questions. I'm seeing a lot of questions here.
Definitely, sir. That was quite insightful for every one of us. I have some questions. The first question goes, I have no idea on blockchain. Is NFT not for me?
So as I said, the technical part is all taken care of. All you have to do is, have this, whatever I said right now, this basic knowledge is only necessary for you to stay safe, so that you don't get in too deep, and, you guys are all technical students. You guys are all future engineers probably, so you might know technically what's going on, right? Some kind of idea. Once you just basically try to understand it, so that you can be safe in the space. All right. So entering the blockchain technology and the smart contract, you don't have to write it up yourself. All these smart contracts are already written in the marketplace itself. So each marketplace has their own contracts, and whenever you're typing your title of your image, and you're minting it, all you're doing is entering specific blanks in a contract. So just for example, take a form. Okay, you're filling out a form. All right, this contract is basically a form with blank spaces, where you will just have to fill it, and you just have to send it. The marketplace will do the rest for you. So
Okay.
basically what I'm saying is you don't have to need to know detailed about blockchains.
Right. Okay. So the next question is there any difference between NFT and cryptocurrency?
So basically, yes, there is a difference between cryptocurrency and NFTs. So as I said, NFTs are basically a token that you are, say you are, say it's a basically the token that you get after you send the contract. All right, once the contract is entered, you will get a unique token. All right, this token will be represented as the image or the artwork that you have submitted for as an NFT art. So this token is what the like the unique aspect of the NFT artwork is. So technically, the cryptocurrency is only trying to facilitate this process. So consider it as an asset. All right. Say in the real world, money like the currency Indian rupee will be actually money. That will be the currency, and you buy something using that currency, and that will be an asset. Like buying a phone. A phone is an asset, and the Indian rupees is the currency. Like that, the NFT is an asset, and Ethereum or whatever cryptocurrency is the currency that you're paying to get that asset.
Sarif sir, are you with me?
Yeah. Did I disconnect?
Okay. No, I guess your video got disconnected. Okay, so the next question we have is we hear crypto is not having a good fortune in India. What do you have to say about NFT?
Crypto is not having a good fortune in India. So I'm not sure how true that is because first off, we have a large community called NFT Malay. We are like growing each day. We have had events. There was an event last month in Kochi that was the first and largest NFT meetup in the whole of India. There was a crypto art exhibition in Delhi also last month. And of course, there are tons of people who are already into crypto because, as we know, Indians are always into tech, and a lot of software engineers are also there. They are in the bleeding edge, and they are already into crypto trading and all that. But they just haven't gotten into the NFT space there. This NFT space, it has already only boomed like less than a year ago. So it's very young. There are more people yet to come. And just as an example, as a really huge example, the biggest sale of an NFT that was Beeple's artwork that went for $69 million was collected by an Indian. It's his name is Meta Cohen, and he is the one who spent 69 million and collected this artwork. So Indian people are in crypto. There are tons of people there. There will be a future. And Wazirex NFT marketplace. The reason they launched is there are tons of artists in India, and they wanted to facilitate Indian artists into the space. That's why they started their NFT marketplace, mostly focusing Indian artists. So there is a future.
Okay. Well, one of our friends is asking, is my club posters eligible for NFT?
All right. So whenever someone is trying to buy your NFT, it has to connect to them, and Most of NFTs not just artworks. I can see someone asked, is NFT just 3D digital art? Not at all. Any kind of artworks, any kind of videos or photographs or music, even any kind of thing can be an NFT. Right, NFT is just a tool, and us as artists are just using that tool to sell our artworks. All right, NFT is not limited to artworks right now. Right now, mostly used as to sell artworks. That's all. Uh, and sorry, what was the question again?
Are we eligible to post
Yeah.
our
So
club
yeah,
posters as NFT?
yeah. So it doesn't stop you, there is no limitations like that what you can post as NFT. You can post your NFT, but until you get it sold, it will just stay there. That's all. Anything can be an NFT.
Okay, what things can go bad in NFT world?
That's a really good question. So when I mentioned about foundation, there is, I told about it's an invite only platform, which means someone who is already an artist on foundation should invite you to get into foundation. So there is a scam going on where someone will approach you like, I will give you my invite. You just have to send me $500. So these are all scams that people are trying to take advantage of. New people who are getting into the space. Tons of people have fallen for those scams. Tons of people have, sent their money and lost it. So be aware of these kinds of scams. Anything, unbelievable, like I am sending you 5 ETH, just send me the gas, like send me zero point 0.5 ETH, I will give you 1.5 ETH. These are all unbelievable things, right? Just like in real world, nothing like this is going to happen in the cryptoverse as well. The reason because is, crypto platforms were mostly used by some shady dealers, drug dealers, and all that in the beginning stages of it. All right, so all these people have deep knowledge about this technology and all that. That's why I'm saying you, if you have a basic knowledge, you can stay safe.
Okay, next, is there any limitation of what type of works can be used to sold as NFT?
Yeah, as I said earlier, there is no limitation. Maybe the platform, like the marketplace, will have some limitations, like what kind of files you can upload to their platform. Like you might not be able to upload a music file like an MP3 or something like that. But there are other platforms that where you can sell your MP3 files as NFT. So there is no limitations like that. It doesn't even have to be, it doesn't even have to be an artwork. You can sell your services as NFTs as well. Like there is this entrepreneur called Gary V. He's like an internet personality. What he did was, he's a motivational speaker. So he sold his NFTs like tickets to his motivational shows. Like if you have his NFT, you can have a contact with him where you can, learn from him. So this kind of special services can be NFTs. You can, if you are a computer programmer, you can, code something and you can sell that code as NFT. So anything you can, it just have to have has to have like a digital representation, right? And if you have that kind of a digital representation, you can make it as an NFT and sell it.
Next up we have, so which marketplace would you recommend?
This is a question I usually try to avoid. There is no, limit, like there is no chart where this kind of NFT marketplace is really good for you. It all depends upon the artist, and the reason is that if, as I said earlier, you need to have a connection with the community, and you need to have a connection with the potential buyer to in order to sell your artwork. So once you have that connection with the collector, it doesn't matter to the collector where your artwork is. He'll just follow you, and he'll search for your links, and he'll go there and collect it. All right. So it depends upon what your preference is. Some people, I can see that people are saying NFTs are bad for the environment and all that. So if you're environmentally conscious, you don't have to put your NFTs on Ethereum. There are environmental friendly NFT blockchains which support NFT, like Tezos. They you can put on Tezos blockchain. There are, it all depends upon the artist's preference.
Okay, sir. Next up, we have, do artists have any sort of copyright over stolen art that has been converted to NFT?
All right. So artists have, okay. You are saying that if you have stolen someone else's artwork, and you have made it into an NFT, do you own that? If I
Right.
understand, so that is you own the NFT, but you don't own the artwork. And if you have to do, if you're doing that, of course you have to sell that artwork. You have that sale in your mind if you want to steal someone's artwork and make it as an NFT, right? So as I said earlier, the collectors don't just look at the artwork and collect it. They do the research about the artist and where the artist is coming from. If the artwork is legit, they all do the research, and only then they collect the artwork. So if someone finds out that this artwork is stolen and you don't own it, they can just report your artwork, and no one's going to collect it. It's just going to stay there. Also, if someone reports your account to the marketplace, you can even be banned from that marketplace. So it's all a community driven process. So people can find out easily what's going on if you own the artwork or not, and it all depends on your future that in the space.
Can NFTs be used as an investment?
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you are familiar with crypto trading and all that, NFT, you can just consider it as an asset. All right. See, let me take into an real life example. So when the land prices, like plots of land, are low, you just go there and you make a decision, like you research about that plot, and you calculate in the future if there's a highway coming through that plot, or is there development going into that plot. You do that kind of research, and you buy that plot when it's at a lower price stage. All right, that's an investment for you. All right. In the future, when the development happens and the road comes near it, the value will be like 10 times more, and you can sell it. That's how an investment in a land property works in a real life. Similarly, if you have researched, you have researched a particular NFT, and you have researched the particular artist, and you have collected that piece. In the future, when the artist becomes some kind of an award winner, or some kind of development happens in that in his space, the value of the NFT you have collected from him will double or even triple, and you can sell it, and that's how the NFT investment works. So, sorry, I think you're muted, Jyot.
I'm so sorry about it. Okay, so the next question goes, which platform is best for Indian artists and what are the minting and listing process for OpenSea?
Mhm. Good questions. So for Indian artists, as I said, initial investments are really, really high when it comes to Ethereum blockchain, because gas fees are really fluctuating. For example, right now, if you want to mint an NFT on Foundation, it will cost you around 300 to $400. That's in dollars. That will be like 30 to 40,000 rupees. All right. So it's really expensive for Indian artists, especially to get into an Ethereum see the gas. But if you are worried about the spending that much money, you can go into an Indian-based platform or platforms like WazirX NFT. They have their they exist on the Binance Smart Chain, in which the gas prices are really, really low. You can mint an NFT for like thousand rupees or even less than that. So if you consider that as a barrier for you getting into NFTs, you can try other blockchains and other sites like WazirX NFT, Hiketnang, Calamint, such for lower fees for entry. All right. When it comes to OpenSea, OpenSea usually what they do is you'll have to create a collection. It's basically like a store for yourself, where you pay an initial fees. It's kind of like registering your store into that OpenSea marketplace. For example, when you go into a huge market, there will be different small stalls, right? Where they're selling different items. So you basically like that, OpenSea is a marketplace where you are starting your own store and you're registering that store with an initial fees. For OpenSea, that initial fees is enough, and whatever creation you are minting into that store, it will be for free. So because what they're using is lazy minting. It's a feature called lazy minting, where it doesn't actually mint your artwork until it is sold. So you don't have any kind of minting fees or like that, except for the initial investment. You can put in how much ever artworks you want into that for free. So I guess for me personally, I would suggest for you to try out OpenSea if you would like to, or else if you want a bit more polished experience, you can try WazirX. But the thing in WazirX is there are very less collectors. So most of the collectors are on Ethereum. That's why a lot of people are selling on Ethereum platforms.
Okay. So the next question goes, isn't it a problem that minting NFT is so expensive for small digital artists?
It is a problem. So it is only for the initial phase. For me, when I started out, my first NFT, I spent like 10,000 rupees to list and mint and list it. And once it got sold, I got 50,000, almost 50,000 back. So I got the initial investment back, and since then I have not put put in more money. I'm just using the revenue I've got from the first sale. I use that to make more NFTs, and after those got sold, I used some of that. I took some of that money and used the rest to make more NFTs. So only the initial investment part will be the highest investment for you. And for small NFTs, for small artists, as I said, there are platforms which are much more affordable and pocket friendly.
So does choosing a particular marketplace limit us from being discovered by other collectors who use different marketplaces?
As I said, you will have to reach out to your collectors personally. It's not like you have listed your NFT in Foundation and someone will come and see and buy it. It's not like that. You have to keep sharing. You have to keep contact with, make new connections with potential collectors, make new contacts with other artists who have already sold their artwork, so that they can share it to their previous collectors, right? So that you will have a connection with them, and uh, it only matters if they have a particular preference of blockchain. Like most, as I said, most of the collectors exist on Ethereum blockchain, because they have traded a lot on Ethereum and they have a lot of Ethereum with them. That's why they prefer Ethereum based marketplaces. So as long as you have sold yourself, you have marketed yourself well, marketplace doesn't matter to the collector. They can just come in, they can just follow a link, simple link, and they can buy if they want to.
Okay, sir. So can we sell the same art piece on different marketplace at the same time?
That is a very good question. So there is nothing stopping you to do that, from doing that. Technically, technically there is no limitations like that. But ethically, you cannot do that, because the value you are giving your NFT is the uniqueness of that NFT, right? The unique token ID is what is giving that NFT a particular value. And if someone is buying that NFT from, say, Foundation for 1 Ethereum, and at a later time he sees that you have also listed the same NFT on Opencv for 1 Ethereum, so the value of that NFT is, the first collector won't find that value in that NFT, because the uniqueness is lost, right? So there is an ethical concern only. Like, it's basically like cheating your collector if you sell it in different marketplaces. There is an option to sell editions. Like, in a particular marketplace, you can sell 50 of a single item. There is options to 50 or 100, how many ever editions you want to sell of a single item, you can sell that.
Okay, sir. Sir, the students are really excited to see some of your concept art. Would be really grateful if you would share few of your concept arts with us.
Absolutely. So let me just take up a few. Mhm. All right. Share this. And I can't. I don't have the option to share the screen. So that.
Just a minute, sir. We will look into that.
Oh yes, I got. Oh, and I lost it again. Actually, the one I'm speaking with right now, this is just my phone. I can't share it with that. I have another. Yes, got it. What am I? Is it visible now? Okay,
Yes,
cool.
sir, it's visible.
So this is my portfolio actually. The first few are my NFTs. So the first three I did was, these are the NFTs I've created for Foundation. It's a series called Metaverse Tech Support. Uh, so what I do is 3D concept art. So I use 3D softwares basically, mostly like Blender and Marvelous Designer, 3D Code, all that for creating my artworks. In these artworks, these motion graphics artworks, I used a lot of Adobe After Effects and a lot of Photoshop as well.
There are some really
So
cool stuffs on screen right now.
thank you.
I'm sure the
It's
students are really excited to see them.
Yes, you can go on to www.salmonium.com. That SALMONIOM.com. Or if you check out my Instagram as well, you can find my stuff on Instagram at Concepts of Shaarif.
Definitely, sir.
It's taking some time. This is a new series I'm working on. Okay, my connection is really slow right now. I can show you from my. This this is a series I'm working on. So I would encourage you to work in kind of a pattern like a series. A lot of artists like myself, when I entered into the space, I was like confused because I don't have a particular style that defines my work. Like this, if a person looks at my artwork, it can be anybody's. There is no particular signature or style as most professional artists have. So you can try to have a cohesiveness. You can try to make it into a collection. Like when you look it as a whole, you can get a whole idea. So for example, in this series, I try to bring out I try to tell a story about a person who is traveling around different futuristic or dystopian cities. Here is another one in a more cyberpunk environment. My works are a lot inspired by cyberpunk and horror themes and like that. So I try to bring that kind of elements into most of my artworks.
These
So
are
I
quite
encourage you
amazing.
to do that. I encourage you to do that. Make kind of a series when you post your NFTs. That will be a really successful journey for you guys.
So next up is another question. Is there any masterpiece that you're currently working on right now?
So I don't actually work on a single piece like masterpiece like that. I just sit down, and once I get an idea, I just build on that idea, and that's it. I don't, uh, think a lot. most of these artworks came out in a day or half a day and such. So there's nothing I work on for a long period of time. So answer is currently no. I don't have any masterpieces coming out. Just working on different small ideas at a time.
So is that Itachi inspired artwork?
Yes. So I'm still starting Naruto only, but this pose is a really iconic pose, and a lot of anime fans love it. So I got inspired by that pose, and as I said, this is a series that I've published on Opencv. It is called the Red Dot Project. This is actually series 2. Series 1, it got sold out. It was 10 artworks of one. It got sold out in like 2 days. So I made a new series with the same theme. Like if you look at this 10 images, you can get an idea about a whole story. So this is it, the Red Dot Project series 2.
So what was the most expensive NFT that you have sold till date?
Most expensive NFT from my own work, that would be around it's 0.3 Ethereum worth. It was 0.3 Ethereum from my works. The reason I say my works is that okay, I think I got disconnected. Okay, I'll show you the artwork. So this was the work that got sold for 0.3 Ethereum. The reason I say my artwork is that I also trade in NFTs, as I said, earlier, investing on NFT NFT projects and flipping it when the price goes higher. I buy the NFT project when it is at a really low price, and when it goes higher, I sell it for a higher price, like an investment. So with like that, I earned around 3 Ethereum alone, just flipping NFTs. But selling NFTs, this 0.3 Ethereum is the highest price I've sold for.
Right. So I guess we are done with all the questions. So yeah, I guess we have covered all the questions. We have one last question.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Ethereum value variable? Will it be sheer luck?
Yes. Luck in the sense, right now it's really low. It goes up and comes down. It all depends upon the current situations and the current market, and even the market as well. There are times when nobody's work is being sold. There are times when anybody's work is being sold. So it goes down and up, just like the stock market or like a real financial system works. So the value depends upon whatever kind of advancements that are happening in Ethereum. Like if something new is happening, if something new is happening in the blockchain technology, especially like for example in Ethereum, the more people try to invest there, more people try to buy Ethereum, so the value will go up. And the value goes down because when the price reaches a high enough value, people start selling like in huge amounts. Like say I have 10,000 Ethereum with me. Okay, I'm just keeping it for myself. If as long as I'm holding, the value keeps on going up because there is only a limited number of Ethereum. All right, and each time Ethereum is transacted, a certain number of Ethereum is lost, like you won't get it back. So Ethereum will as a, it will be a fixed amount. So if I'm holding a large amount of it, people will try to buy it from me for a huger amount. Say you have 12 dozen, 10 dozen eggs. All right, you are the only person who has this 10 dozen eggs. So you are saying you won't sell it for any price. People start coming offering you 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. Like that, the price goes higher, higher, higher. And you say, yeah, this price is good enough for me. And you sell this whole 10 dozen eggs at once. All right. So that 10 dozen eggs becomes circulated among different people. Uh, like it gets liquidated among different people. So these different people can sell it for like 1 rupee or 10 rupee. So that's what brings the initial dip of the Ethereum market. So once that dip happens, everybody who is holding a lot of Ethereum starts selling. Like it is going down. I want this much amount, and they start selling, and it continues crashing down. So it goes down and it comes up. It depends upon time and how people are acting.
Okay, sir. So next up, Sarthak asks, what exactly is ERC-721?
It is a very technical question, and ERC 721 is basically the format in which the contract is written in. That's what I understand. I don't know how much it is right. So I'm sorry if I'm not any help in that manner. You can do your own research in finding out how what kind of token it is. So basically, what it's as I explained earlier, once you fill up the contract and submit it to the blockchain, it returns you a token, and that token's format is in ERC 721. That's all.
I guess we are done with our question. It has been an amazing talk with you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And we are very glad to have you among us. And we got really inspired from all your artworks, especially the Naruto series.
I get you are a Naruto fan. Yeah, see, this one I have created as a free wallpaper as well. Yeah, you can just go there and download it. There are wallpapers. Yeah, I hope it just loads.
Definitely, sir. We will definitely do that.
Yes, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I know I rambled a lot. I really need to pace myself. I don't do that a lot. This is just my first talk. After this talk, I've learned a lot about how I need to speak and how I need to deliver it. I hope you guys can invite me more for other events as well.
That was definitely one of the best sessions, sir. We really got our curious minds satisfied with almost all our questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with that we will.
And one thing, so
yes,
we have a written blog about whatever I've explained in the session. You can go to nftmalayali.com, and there is a Medium blog about demystifying NFTs for artists. Whatever I said is in a cleanly written manner. There you can go and research from that. Also in nftmalayali.com, you can see a lot of artists that we have featured. You can also be inspired by their work. Go check that out if you want to learn more. And also, I am free, available anytime on any kind of social media, Instagram or Twitter at Concepts of Shaarif. You can reach out to me there if you need any kind of help.
Definitely, sir. We will love to have you among us again for having another session and sharing more knowledge.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir. This was an
Thank you very
amazing
much.
session. With this, we will be ending this.
Right.
Have a
Have a
great
good night, everyone.
evening, sir.